there's three of us here. We have Camperman Kevin, right? He's a guest. Well, he might be on more than one time, I think. I got a hunch about that. And then we have John Glass. He's our special guest that I invited on. And he does something really unique, and we'll be talking about that.
John, do you play the spoons?
I did at some point. I did play the spoons. My father did, and he had a set that worked pretty well. He was actually good enough. He could take a random pair of spoons and make it work.
Okay.
But, it definitely to make something musical, it takes a little bit of effort.
Okay, and so I'm Howard Hitt. I'm creator and owner of Blue Cobra CBD oil. And I need to give you guys a disclaimer.
Disclaimer, we are not doctors, or are we healthcare professionals. We're not offering any healthcare advice. Before trying any new medicine, check with your doctor or healthcare professional. The following is a panel made up of people who are using CBD. The common link that they share is all the people are using Blue Cobra CBD. This is the only requirement for being on the panel. The Blue Cobra Peeps.
And we're going to just talk about whatever. So I'm trying to think where we want to start. Kevin, did we lose you?
I'm here.
Oh, okay. So do you want to start with you, Kevin? And tell us about yourself and whatever else you'd like us to learn about you.
Well, never judge a book by its cover. I may appear like a uneducated poor Georgia redneck, but I'm just a poor redneck from all over. So no, I'm the most anti-pot person to ever walk the face of the planet. That's who I am. And almost everyone I knew used marijuana, one shape, form, or fashion, but not me. No. And had a little deal with cancer, and I met a person that was treating their own pain with it, and I got to hurting so bad. I like to think of myself as a pretty tough guy, but I tapped out and cried uncle, and it didn't quit hurting. So I got the CBD oil. That came later. But long story short, I think anything can be abused. Anything can be used incorrectly, but I think its medicinal qualities has been hugely ignored or hidden or kept from us. But the secret's out. A lot of people are getting relief. No, I didn't get, the CBD oil is different. So I had surgery, I had the cancer removed. I'm a year out from my surgery. They told me if I go 2 years, without it coming back, then I stand a pretty good chance, 5-10 years, maybe more. Just got to keep check on it. Maybe even longer than that. But I think they say if you keep it away for 2 years, you're 90% chance you got it. Keep it away for 5 years, your odds are even better. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't want to double speak or contradict myself. So everybody understand that, right? So
Yeah.
I turns out that using marijuana, I sleep the most wonderful sleep. I have sleep apnea, but gosh, I don't want to. It's kind of hard to tell about yourself and not air out all your secrets. But I found that it has many benefits. I had a kidney removed. I've had bladder infections. I've had urgency to, I have to get up 4 or 5 times a night and that kind of stuff to keep going to the bathroom. No rest. But doing not the CBD oil, but doing the other, I can sleep all night and only have to get up and use the restroom maybe once. And I don't like the way it makes me feel. I don't like the feeling of not being in control. So I'll take it right before I go to sleep. Immediately, right before I go to sleep. So I don't really even feel it because I don't like the feeling. And then it's just the most wonderful sleep you could ever imagine. And Howard reached out to me when I was struggling with pain. And anyway, I take Howard's product to hopefully, how can I say it? I think probably that marijuana was part of a lot of the humans' diet. Animals ate it in the wild. We ate the animals. Cows grazed on it. We ate the cows. I'm just kind of formulating a hypothesis in my head. And I think it's been removed out of our diet. And I think cancer is a lot more prevalent now. That might be one of the reasons, one of many reasons. But I think it may possibly be a way to keep the cancer cells in check in our body and not let them multiply too much. I think we all have cancer cells in our body, and our body has a natural defense that destroys these cells before they get too bad. And I think probably one of the key ingredients that's missing from our diet might be the marijuana, some form. May not take a lot, but maybe that's why the cancer wasn't so prevalent, 100 years ago. Then it started getting kind of worse, I guess, in the 30s or 40s, as it was deemed a dangerous plant and wasn't used for like silage for the cows or the cattle or whatever, and just it's kind of removed. It's just a thought I put together in my head. How true is it? I don't know. But I take Howard's CBD oil because it doesn't have the THC. It has a very low, almost no THC in it, and I can take it in the morning. It doesn't affect my driving or me at all. I feel safe about it. That it doesn't impair me, but yet I'm getting the benefits of the oil. Hopefully, if my hypothesis is correct, I think like maybe my aches and pains are lower. Maybe it helps me with my sleep. Or it may be what I take right before I go to bed. I take another form, I take another form. So yeah, that's me. I think maybe it's something that needs to be back in our diet. I'm not a scientist. I'm just a layman, blue collar guy that went through cancer. And I tell you, when you're hurting, I've fallen down. I've had accidents. I've been in car wrecks. I've been in motorcycle wrecks. These are levels of pain. Okay. And I'm a big guy, tough guy. I've whooped some people, and I've been whooped pretty bad. I thought I knew what pain was. But there are levels that I never dreamed of or imagined existed of pain, and where the toughest of men would probably tap out in 30 seconds, and you'll do anything. You'll do anything to quit, to make it stop. Anything. So I take Howard's oil in hopes that in case a cancer cell got loose in my body, I don't think it's hurting anything, for sure. My aches and pains are a little better, but on the off chance that it helps, that it does kill cancer, like people are finding out that marijuana does. I mean, I think that's already been proven. I don't think that's even a hypothesis anymore. I think some universities and all that's been proven that it does kill cancer cells. So if I can take it in a CBD oil in a way that doesn't impair me, and my body's getting the benefits of what it needs to fight this ugly monster that's killing and destroying so many good people, families, then I'm going to take it. That's me.
Wow.
That's me in a nutshell.
Kevin, that was well said.
Indeed.
I think you nailed it,
I think about what I say before I say it. I just look like a dumb redneck.
Yeah, I know. And, normally a person would be just overwhelmed with questions. But there was like, you left it where there's nothing to ask,
Well, I have a question for Kevin.
Yeah, shoot.
So what kind of quantity of Howard's oil do you take, and is that all orally, or do you do any of that topically?
Cancer cells in her body.
Yeah, wasn't that the Rick Simpson method?
Kind of similar.
Yeah.
And this, she did a heavy juicing program. They found cancer in her intestine, and they sewed her back up. And she thought she could cure it with marijuana and juicing. And if it could have been done with marijuana and juicing, she would have survived. But my friend did not survive.
Oh, she didn't.
I feel it kind of ironic that she was helping me and she didn't make it. And she died a horrible, painful death. A beautiful woman, 61, 62, my friend.
Wow.
But the reason I'm telling you about this is you asked about topically. She had a roll-on, and I lent it to a fellow that's having real bad arthritis knees. And I have a damaged lower back, so I have muscle spasms. And I could apply not Howard's CBD oil, but I have personal experience with a roll-on marijuana, we're going to say THC infused. Is marijuana, people say that word?
Yeah.
It was infused, and it was quite incredible. But no, I just take the oil. I'm sorry, sir. I'm from the South, and we have a lot of us have this impairment where we can't just answer a sentence without a 15-minute story. So,
but they're interesting. That's one thing you learn living in the South is the answer is interesting. It ain't like
I'll get around to answering your question, but let me tell you this first. I have been taking half a dropper, but I'm taking a full dropper every day. I know I have a friend of mine that takes a half a dropper at night and a half a dropper in the morning. I tell you a way to get by the taste. You could probably put it on bread.
Yeah, well, I think you could put it in an Italian dressing because it's pretty close to that in flavor. Yeah, just put it in a dressing and dip some croutons in there. That sounds good to me.
pain medicine, was quite, and you could take it. We used ice cube trays, little round ones, small
Oh,
ones.
yeah.
And depending on how bad you hurt, you could cut them in different sizes and stuff. And it helped me tremendously with the pain. However, I hear what you're saying about the smell and the taste, because it just about gag you. You try to get it down before you keep it real cold, and you try to get it down before it melted, but you would always taste like you licked an ashtray in some saloon.
Yeah.
So Howard's oil is very, 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 very pleasant compared to what I was used to. But now I had COVID, and about a year, not this January, but a year prior. And in fact, the doctor told me I was hurting really bad, and I said, something's wrong. So I went to the emergency room, and they did a full scan of me. And 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, the doctor came in, and he said, Mr. Appling, I'm real sorry to tell you this, but you have a large mass on your kidney. And we haven't obviously did a biopsy of it, but I've been looking at this for 20, 30 years, and my stenographer here, he said, we're certain that it's cancer. You need to do something immediately. And I started to stand up, and he put his hand on my shoulder and said, no, sir, we're not done. I said, we're not done. Isn't that bad enough? He said, both your lungs are ate up with cancer too. I'm very sorry to tell you this. So anyway, I lived with that diagnosis for 2.5 months, but it turned out that I had COVID damage in my lungs, and it appeared as cancer. They assumed it was cancer because of the cancer on my kidney. And it looked like cancer, but thank goodness, it was COVID damage, which I've now recovered from. The reason I'm telling you, one of the reasons, because my smell and taste a year and a half later is still not fully returned. I'm hitting about 50% at best.
Yeah.
So maybe it tastes really bad, Howard, and I just don't know it.
Yeah, well, you know what? Is when I found out I had cancer, I was drinking a bottle a day at a time, I should say, because it was there. I had no idea of what a portion might be. And
more is better.
If 2 aspirin make you feel good, 6 are going to make you feel a hell of a lot better. And finally I went, I know this is too much. I could tell it was too much. But, when you find out you have cancer, this is the way I felt. I felt completely alone in the world, even though my wife was in there with me. And I just felt like I was in a bubble, isolated from the whole world.
I was 52 years old.
Yeah.
I just had broken free from the machine.
Yeah.
And was out living my life and enjoying my life. Okay, so I was a little overweight, but, I don't smoke, drink, chase women. I like to eat.
Yeah.
That's my vice. And so, I was 40 pounds overweight at least, which I've lost.
Yeah,
I've lost 60, 70 pounds total. Cancer's a heck of a diet program.
Do you ever go back and look at when you had cancer at your videos and look at today? You're a completely different man. You look fantastic.
I've deleted a lot of the video. It bothers me. I struggle with some PTSD over it, because I thought we basically told to get my affairs in order.
Sure.
When you tell you both your lungs are ate up with cancer in your kidney too, it's not like, let's get a shot and go on with your life.
Right. Take these pills and you'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
No. It's like we're real sorry.
Yeah.
There's the exit. There's just go to the door you came in the emergency room. That's how you get out. Real sorry this happened to you. Bye.
Yeah. And then, would you go through those doors? Would you go through those doors? I went, there's a lot of people who went through these doors horizontal.
Well, and my friend met me outside, and he knew something was wrong. He said, I was white as a ghost he was waiting for me in the waiting room. And they had told him. one of the nurses had gone out and told him. And he said, I was white as a ghost. I was like, well, I was thinking to myself, this is going to hurt.
Yeah.
I'm not scared of being dead. I got a better place to be, you know, and I'm not scared of being dead.
You don't get a choice in it, you know.
I don't want to suffer.
No, nobody does.
And you know, that was pretty much what he told me was going to happen. But imagine my relief when I get down there and the guy 2 months later, he said, did you have COVID? And I said, well, I had the sniffles. You know, I lost a little bit of my, you know, I can't really smell anything anymore and nothing tastes right. He said, your lungs are COVID. In fact, it just in the 2 months between these films, your lungs are much improved.
Wow.
Okay. And he said, Kevin, he said, I think if we took the whole kidney, he said, I think you may not even have to have chemo. So I'm walking around for 2 months thinking I'm a dead man walking to, if you have this operation, you stand a pretty good chance of going on with your life. Yeah. It was quite the moment. But if you've never been in a cancer ward, I can never go by a hospital cancer place and look at it ever the same way because I still hear the people screaming. Yeah. For hurt. They were in pain and they were hurting. Well, you had a pretty rough go of it when they took that kidney out too. That hurt. Yeah, I know it did. Howard, let me tell you a secret. I was scared. Yeah, I know you were. I could feel it in your voice. I knew, you know. That's my cancer story. Yeah, it's quite a story. I will take anything that has half the chance of me not getting it again. Yeah. Whatever. Well, we're taking care of you. You're not going to get it. You're not going to die. Remember? What do you want? And I said, I just don't want you to die. That's what I care about. I'm the worst Christian. I'm the worst Christian you ever met. But I'm still strong in my faith. But I'd be flat out lying to both of you if I told you it didn't scare me to my core. I know. And I'm the lucky guy. I'm the guy that walked out. I met some nice people that I didn't get to see again. Yeah. Why did I get the golden ticket? Why did I walk out of the hospital with a golden ticket and they didn't get to come out at all? Yeah. But I tell you something, you got the golden ticket and you want to be a good guy and you want to help the world and save the world and you don't want to give that golden ticket to somebody else and you get it. Yeah. It's horrible. Yeah, it is. But my dad had cancer 4 different ways. Let me think. Wow, I didn't know that. He had mouth, prostate, skin. And I think he may have had something on his lung. And some of it was bad. I know they removed the prostate. I know they opened him up and cut out part of his lung. And he died in a car wreck after all that. So we don't know how we're going to go. Yeah, no. He beat cancer 4 different ways and got in a car wreck. Yeah. So that's something. Yes, I know that I'm genetically prone. Yeah. I've already had it once, so there it goes. There you go. So yeah, I'm gonna take your oil. I sure am. I'm glad. It makes me happy. If it's 1.01 of 1% that it might work. Yeah. Yeah. Bring it on, right? Yeah. I cut out my sugar. You know, like I'm sitting here. Yeah. Here's barbecue sauce, sugar free. Yeah. I think sugar feeds cancer, but my doctor told me, he said, you can try to cut it out, but you're not going to do it. It's in every and it is. Like if you get all your canned food, look in there, contains 1 gram of sugar. Why? why do you need sugar in everything?
Yeah,
Makes you wonder.
it makes you want more of it. That's what it does.
Well, maybe they like having a bunch of sick people, or they don't want people to live too long.
Yeah, well, that affords new cars and golf course memberships.
You know, that means Social Security payments don't last very long.
Yeah, that's true.
My son actually was in a longboarding accident, was life flighted to Grady
Oh,
Hospital.
really?
Had a bleeder on the brain, broke his neck in a spot. Had to be in a just slightly, just like a fissure. He was in a thing for a while.
So
he's from Georgia. This was 14 years ago.
wow. So Kevin, I want to ask you about something. Is you were talking the other day and you felt like you didn't have enough subscribers.
Oh, I'm not.
That's not really. I've got a lot of subscribers. I make a living. I do okay.
Yeah, but you told me if you got to be.
Yeah,
go ahead. Go ahead.
I want that YouTube plaque. You know, sitting back here, not saying anything but going, I made 100,000.
Well, here's the deal. I want to help you out. Okay. So I want everybody to, you know, I don't have a lot of viewers right now, but I will have in time.
My connection.
And so I want them to subscribe to me, but to subscribe to you for sure. And when you get $100,000,
100,000 subscribers.
100,000 subscribers. I'm sorry. When you get 100,000, we'll come down there and we'll have a hell of a party. Is when you get 100,000 subscribers, Blue Cobra CBD is going to donate $500 to give away. $500 in cash.
All right. I got 34,000 to go.
Yeah, well, that should encourage people.
Yeah.
We're going to make this happen. It ain't going to be sitting around waiting for it to happen.
Yeah,
it's going to go whoosh.
I feel really bad telling this cancer story, and I feel like I'm telling this sad sob story.
No, but
there are people that suffer with this and never get away from it. There are people that lose their family, and I mean, basically, I got a scare, then I had a kidney taken out. That's about it.
Yeah, but that's a big deal, Kevin. And the thing is, you're here to share that story with all these other people. There's people that have less than what you had, and they feel sorry for themselves.
Well, I felt pretty low for several months, and the pain was intense, and it was scary.
I know you did. But the thing is, maybe they'll start taking oil. Maybe that'll help them by you spreading the story.
Yeah.
You know, it's something to think about. But I'm telling you what I'm willing to do.
That's great.
And we'll give some smaller prizes, of course, or gifts, or whatever you have to do to give it away.
For some reason, I
you know, they got those guys. Have you ever seen them on YouTube where they pose like a statue?
Yeah.
And they're painted. And then people come up and they're like, I got you. Hey, Kevin, I'm going to make him laugh in a minute here. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe he really did freeze.
Well, I've got no video from you or Kevin.
Nah.
Anyways, so did you get what you need?
Yeah.
We've been talking about you while you were gone.
Yeah, we said some bad things. We did you wrong. You'll see it on the recording.
Well,
sorry, John.
Everything I said to about 3 minutes of good sound bites.
Yeah. You know, it was great. You did great. I really appreciate it. I hope you'll come back.
You seem like a nice guy, but I ride and race motorcycles, and my kid had a longboarding accident and got life flighted to the Grady emergency. But other than that, we get along great.
Sorry to hear about your son.
Yeah,
It's
you
all
got a
good.
good sense of humor, Kevin.
Yeah,
You know,
it was
that's-
14 years ago. And
wow.
I've been riding motorcycles all my life, but I was never good enough to race. I'm just lucky enough to keep it upright
Really,
in between the lines.
So how's your son today?
Couldn't tell you.
Oh, okay. I have same issue, so don't feel bad.
It's all right.
It all works out.
There's a pit. Well, we won't even go into that.
Yeah, no, we don't need to go there. Goodbye, John. So
Easy, guys.
okay. There he's
So I don't know if that helped you or not. And like I said,
yeah,
here
you
I am.
did.
I feel so guilty, telling my cancer story, and then people come to me with their cancer story, and I feel like a idiot for even saying anything. I've met
Well, they
some
could come and talk with me about that then.
well, and I send them to you, don't I?
Yeah, you do. As a matter of fact, right when we got started, a lady called me from Modesto. She just got it off of YouTube, off of your last
Yeah.
and so she bought a bottle. Oh, she was so excited to get it. Then she read that it was going to interact with her human, and now I don't know about that. So I'm going to do some research for her and see if I can't help her out. But
I don't know. Whatever, if I gotta walk hopscotch and make funny faces and do funny walks to keep the cancer away, that's what I'm doing.
yeah, that's right.
I don't want no more of it. No more, Howard.
Yeah.
No more.
No, I hear you there. I had mine. I don't want it again either. You know, when I went the other day and I had a CAT scan, and to see, I didn't tell people this. The time before I went, they said it had grown some. Not much, but it grew. And now they said it's gone. They don't know what happened to it. I know what happened to it.
I think we just need to give our body the tool it needs.
Yep.
Our body knows how to use the right tool to do the job. But, sort of like me, I was a pressure cleaner for 30 years. I got
Sure.
all this knowledge in my head. I know how to pressure clean. But without my tools and equipment, I just look at it. There's nothing I can do.
Yeah, you can't do much, can you?
I can't clean much, right, without the equipment. Well, maybe the body can't fight this monster without the right tool in hand.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not as successful.
Yeah.
Well, this is all I'm
Well,
not a doctor either, but I'm speculating.
What you said about it being in the food, from the, they used to grow hemp like crazy.
And use the rest for cows for silage.
Yeah. And then prohibition came along and they went, oh, that's a Schedule I drug. And that's what happened to it. Then the Second World War came around and they needed it. So they made it exempt during that war. Then as soon as the war ended, they put back on that it was Schedule I drug.
I think the brain has receptors for it. I think they've done that genetics showed that our bodies genetically have receptors just for this natural drug.
Right. But the thing is, you got to be careful because these other companies, they put all these chemicals in it. They buy the stocks, and then there's no.
I don't know.
And they put all the chemicals and get what they can out of it.
We better be careful, Howard. We both might be right, and we might be disappeared like people that figured out how to run their cars on water.
Wherever we go, we'll be a good company.
Yeah. So it'd be like, we figured out how to run our car on water and talked about it on YouTube, and now they're not here anymore.
Yeah, right.
That might be us.
We're missing, and so is our garden hose.
For what it's worth, I didn't kill myself.
Yeah, same here.
Nor do I have any plans.
Yeah,
so
same here. So I'm glad you came on, Kevin. I hope you'll come back. You're real delightful to have on here. What about your buddy Felix? What happened to him?
Don't know.
He was
We
going to come on.
Yeah. Well, I've been working on the property all day.
Oh, okay.
Getting ready to close on the property.
Yeah.
So anyway, starting on YouTube, I remember the best advice anybody ever gave me. I'm 7 years in and 65,000 subscribers. So I am no success, but I've got 1,000 videos plus under my belt. And this guy I admired for a long time, he said, just start.
Yeah.
Just start. That's the
right.
hardest
No,
part.
You're right about that. Absolutely.
It's the hardest part of anything is just starting. I'm not technically good at a lot of things. I'm self-taught.
Yeah.
So I had a higher learning curve, but I learned it.
Yeah.
And all the little tricks and stuff. I can't make a polished video, but I got good stories, and people say I got a good personality.
Yeah.
So it makes up for where I lack off. And
that's what people want to hear. They don't want to hear that polished stuff. You can watch that on TV.
So you're going to find your niche, and you're going to find your audience. And
I know that. You're
going to be successful, because to be a success, you got to give other people what they need and what they want. And life and health. Let's just say health. If you can offer somebody health or a chance at it, what else matters? If you don't have health, you don't know.
Anything. Somebody says, and I says, well, I'm not going to be successful right away. There's too many other companies. But I said, there'll be a day when people come to me, because I know what I have. I'm very confident in that. And it isn't like I started this business because I need money to pay the rent or something. I don't need the money from there. I want to help people more than anything.
I don't know for certain. And it's early in your journey. Oh, sure. But I hope you're right.
I feel I am. Otherwise I wouldn't be doing it. Why would I do it? I could sit out on the front porch. We're okay.
I hope you're right.
And money ain't the most important thing in the world.
When I was sick and I thought it was over with, all the work I ever did meant nothing. Yeah. All the things I had or didn't have meant nothing.
Right.
Cancer has a gift. You know that? Cancer has a gift. Have I told you this before? People are still listening, and I'm talking like I'm talking like I'm a big bad cancer survivor. I'm not.
You are. You're a major cancer survivor.
No.
Yeah, you are.
I tangled with a monster just long enough to learn. It shared with me its greatest gift, cancer. Its greatest gift it will show you, it will tell you who's important, it will show you where you stand with everybody in your life. Exactly. It cuts all the onion peels away and gets right down to the heart of. You will know where you stand with everybody in your life when you say, hey, David, hey, Sue, I got cancer. And you will see the true value of your friendships that some people you thought you could count on, that you give your life for, won't even give you a phone call to see if you're okay. And there'll be people you don't even know that'll reach out, strangers.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
If you're lucky, I was so blessed I had that, because some people see me and watch me. But its gift, the only thing I think it's good for, this monster, is to show you exactly where you stand with people in your life.
Yeah.
Because the people that don't really care about you and really don't think anything about you, they'll show you right then and there.
Oh, I'm real sorry about that.
I'm real,
And
sorry about, I'm real sorry about that. Good luck with that. And I'll call you sometime.
yeah. Well, I got to a point where I didn't tell people.
Yeah.
Just because of what you said. I didn't want the dynamic to change,
It's almost like people are afraid they're going to catch it
Yeah.
if they're around you or something.
It's like they don't know what to say. And the thing is, you're still a human being. You want to hear the same things they said before, and talk about that. No, you're.
I know a lot of
right.
a lot of people don't have anybody to come and help them, or anybody to support them.
Yeah.
Only because by grace of God and what I do, and I shared my story on the internet that I found that there were people that I didn't ask for financial assistance. I pay my bills. Never once did I ask for any help that way.
Yeah.
I don't want any help that way. I didn't run any GoFundMe's or anything like that. I turned down 4 GoFundMe's. I could have quit working for a couple of years, I guess, if I'd have accepted it. But yeah, you'll find out who really cares about you.
That's right. You're right about that. I can't disagree with that.
And if it would have never happened, I'd have never met you, Howard. So
yeah, that's where I'm fortunate and blessed. Seriously.
And from a straight man to a straight man, you're a handsome fella. Doggone
Yeah,
it.
I like that. I don't get a lot of those compliments anymore. You're not bad looking either, Kevin. I got to tell you, you clean up pretty good.
Don't worry, your wife's not in any trouble. I don't lean that direction, but handsome's handsome.
Yeah, I appreciate that a lot.
I've been talking to you for a year, never saw you before.
Yeah, I never thought about it.
All right.
It didn't matter, did it?
No. It changes. I'm different. I'm a different person.
Really?
I'm a different person. Just my little bitty bout with it.
Yeah.
I'm different. I'm different.
Yeah. It changes a lot, I'm way different. I've never been afraid of people that had disability or whatever. I can remember one time, and back then I was walking with a cane pretty much. And I came in the car wash, and there was a guy, where you pay and they got all the snacks and whatnot. And he was in a wheelchair at the other end of the building, and the place was crowded. And he's trying to get out the door and pushing, and the door bang against his wheelchair. And I told him,
nobody cared.
No, I said, if you wait a minute, I'm coming as fast as I can. I want to help you. And so I went down there. I was amazed that nobody helped him, even after I said that. And so I went down there and held the door for him. And, the guy was a hell of a nice guy. And he told me, usually those doors, I can throw them open and they got to stop on them, He said, this one don't. And I thought, yeah, you probably would have been there a long time if I hadn't come along,
The lack of kindness, compassion, empathy, and love is the cancer of our society today.
Yeah. And I felt like saying, what's wrong with you people?
Everybody got at the camera to put it on YouTube.
Yeah, probably. That was a little bit before then, but yeah, look at this idiot, the only other gimped up guy in the place,
I heard some lady got raped in a big city on a train for 40 minutes.
Jeez.
Nobody in the train did anything for over a half an hour.
Good thing I wasn't on there, huh?
Must have been a big dude.
Well, it didn't matter to me. It wouldn't have mattered to me, right?
All right, Howard. All right, Howard. I wish you much success for your channel.
Oh yeah.
I hope you much success in your endeavors.
Just having you on here is like I had a superstar on. You know.
Well, you're scraping the bottom of the barrel. You'll beat a lot more people than me.
I don't think so.
It's all up from here.
Yeah,
I'm just your first step at the very, 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 very bottom of the well.
well, I'm honored to have you on here. You know,
I'm nobody.
yeah, you are. We're gonna make you somebody. We're gonna get you that 100,000. Remember, $500 and some other stuff. We'll find other stuff.
All right, we'll see.
We're gonna make people want it, you know, and then they're gonna
talking dogs travel and silly travel channel only gets you so far. So maybe it's gonna take the other to push it.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Have a good evening. Say hi to Felix for me, huh? Thanks again, Kevin. I'm gonna turn this off and you're gonna be gone. So
I wasn't frozen, I was just messing with you.
oh, where are we gonna end this? Where are we gonna end this, Kevin? Where are we gonna end it?